Squashy bus? Why didn't you tell me you serve Little India? OCTA routes 30 and 38 go right past downtown Artesia with not a mention of it on the map whatsoever. What do you have to say about that? Oh, wise guy, huh? Yes, we're here in Fullerton on Orangethorpe and Acacia, right outside the now defunct Orvac Electronics, or rather defunct as a retail store. It's a sad event because I love that store, but there's this thing called the internet now where people do their shopping. The power of the internet.
Wow.
We're about to take OCTA Route 30 to Cerritos and ride the new Artesia Transit line, new relatively speaking because it's from 2021. And then hopefully for lunch, head over to Little India to get some Indian food. And this might make Artesia Transit the newest bus agency in LA County, but correct me if I'm wrong, because 2021, that's pretty recent. And their only bus is a 35-foot Proterra. Ever since I made my new squashy bus of the Foothill Transit Proterra, I feel obligated to ride as many Proterras as I can while they're still around, because that company doesn't make buses anymore. Whoa, smog check. There go the eastbound 30. And speaking of OCTA, next month, at the time of filming, they are introducing a tap card type thing called the Wave Card. So no more of those $5 day passes. And they're offering this promotion, which will probably be over by the time this is uploaded. Alright, my bus was delayed 13 minutes, but it's here. We make our way westward across North Orange County towards Artesia, a small city just across the LA County border, named for the artesian springs found in the area. The city of Artesia is surrounded almost entirely by the city of Cerritos, which was originally named Dairy Valley, but renamed in the 1960s in the wake of its suburbanization. I wonder what Orange County would have renamed to had they done the same once all the orchards went away. Here we're crossing Coyote Creek, the geographic boundary of LA and Orange County. After passing through Cerritos a bit, we arrive in Artesia. This is the park where the Artesia Transit bus route starts and ends. Just after the park we see the former Pacific Electric Railway Santa Ana branch, also known as that big diagonal line across Orange and LA counties, which will be used in the future for the Metro's Southeast Gateway line, and more soon for the OC streetcar in Santa Ana. So Little India is just up the street here, on Pioneer. But we're gonna go a bit further. Thank you. Bye. Look at all these transit agencies. There's Artesia hiding in the back. Fans of Miles in Transit may recognize this bus stop as the one where I popped out of nowhere in the middle of this video riding all 45 bus agencies in LA County. But Artesia Transit didn't make it in that video because it wasn't on the Metro map. So in the spirit of completing the mission, we're gonna ride it. But I don't think it's for another 20 minutes, so I might go explore the bike trail over there. There's Cerritos on wheels, operated by Transdev very prominently, and First Transit. We're here at 183rd Street, directly across from the Cerritos Center, and look at that, it's the right-of-way for the future Southeast Gateway line. And directly behind me is also the right-of-way for the future Southeast Gateway line, but there's a section of bike trail alongside of it. Let's check it out. Is this rails to trails done right, where they actually leave room to add the train back? And look at how temporary these streetlights look. They're just attached to big blocks of cement that can be moved. The cities of Bellflower and Garden Grove have also built bike trails along this right-of-way, but they're all disconnected as of now. Oh, mate, that's a coyote right there. Oh, and a fig tree.
Figs!
Oh, look at that, a coyote warning. And we cross the street here. Why didn't they just make the trail in a straight line? I feel that would have been a lot easier. Unless they were trying to look good by making it look like they increased the length of bike trails by making it wavy. But yeah, that's the former Pacific Electric, the one that went to Santa Ana. And if LA Metro and OC streetcar can get their act together and combine the two systems into one, we can have LA to Santa Ana once again. And as you can see, that trail doesn't go very far because right here, Metro doesn't want you trespassing. But the Artesia website actually had some info about the Southeast Gateway line. Apparently they were doing some utility relocation already for the new right-of-way. And then right there is Little India. But I want to ride that bus first. Oh, how fitting. There's a mattress store right next to a weed store.
Weed!
Two things that go hand in hand. And there's the Squasha bus. Geez, Proterra buses make some weird sounds. Did I mention Artesia Transit is fare free?
Just want to make sure you are on the Artesia bus?
Yes.
You good?
This is such a great interior. Notice the gap in the door right there. Lets a significant amount of air in. I picked up the bus just west of the origin stop, and we'll be doing almost the entire loop. Given the size of Artesia, this route covers most of the city. The whole route is 6 miles long and takes about 40 minutes. And it only runs Tuesday through Saturday? Yeah, there's downtown. While the route doesn't directly serve the downtown strip, it passes by it 3 times on either end. There's probably not a good place to put a bus stop there anyways. We just passed under the 91, also known as the Artesia Freeway. Man, I just can't get over how gray this bus is on the inside. The seats are gray, the floor is gray, the windows are gray, the ceiling's gray. They might as well call it the 50 Shades bus. We reached the northernmost point of the route on 166th Street and turned back south on Norwalk Boulevard. You can hardly see the street signs out the window, but this is Norwalk Boulevard. Back under the 91. Yeah, tell me you can read that. What street are we on? Artesia Boulevard. That street is called Grayland. I wonder if that's where they got the inspiration for this interior for. And we're turning back south on Pioneer. Artesia Transit claims to be the first fare-free, all-electric city bus in California. That's pretty impressive. Or, wait a minute, that's an oddly specific claim. It reminds me of that Strong Bad email about world records.
You can't just make up some random crap that no one else will ever do and call that a record.
And it's pretty easy to boast a fully electrified fleet when your fleet consists of only one bus. Alright, I'm gonna get off at South Street. Nice backlit stop request sign. Thank you. Was that bus squashy enough for you? That must make Artesia the only other Proterra-only transit agency in LA County besides Duarte Transit. Yes, Artesia, not to be confused with Arcadia, the other LA County city that starts and ends with an A. This looks like the layover stopped, so get a chance to take some glamour shots with the bus. I like how in addition to the actual bike rack, they made it so you can lock a bike to every letter of the name Artesia. Take notes, El Mani. And there goes the Squasha bus. Anyways, let's get some food. There's the place I was recommended. I don't know how to pronounce that. Jay Bharat. It means Hail India. Oh man, Artesia also has the inappropriately designed bike racks that preclude you from doing this with the frame. Get rid of that. Take an angle grinder to it. We don't want this thing. Okay, I managed to make it work, but it was more difficult than it needed to be. Heck yeah. Water in a glass bottle, classy. And a metal cup, classy. Well, that was very tasty. Super fast service. My rice dal was ready in like less than 5 minutes. And I took the rest of that water home with me because I was thirsty. Let's go for a ride through downtown Artesia. The city of Artesia has been around for a long time, but it wasn't until the 1980s when its downtown became Little India, when many Indian immigrants opened businesses here. It's now the premier destination in Southern California for traditional Indian clothing, jewelry, groceries, and of course, restaurants. Back on 183rd Street, we're gonna head to the Cerritos Center. As far as transit is concerned, I know these small bus agencies are often criticized for being ineffective, underutilized, inconvenient, and inefficient. But Artesia has done at least one thing right. They put a bike rack on their bus. I'm looking at you, Cerritos. And Anaheim. Long Beach in the house, Yeah, I look forward to when we can take a train through here. I feel like downtown Artesia is a very obvious place to put a station, probably because it used to be one on the Pacific Electric, hence the downtown right next to the train tracks. I wonder if they're going to rename the Artesia station in Compton once the Southeast Gateway line opens, because that one's just named after a street. Oh my gosh. Cisco truck spotted.